I was very lost. It was something that was like kind of like a dream in my head that was going to happen. And it was like, wait, but you don't even know how to use Pro Tools or you don't know how to do anything. I was like, I'll figure it out, you know? And I did. It took about like 3 years to get off the ground, even as a songwriter in LA. So when I moved in here, it was kind of like a reset in a certain way. I started to go into sessions with other producers, and I was really, really unhappy about the way that it was working. And I would write these songs with producers, and then like, you know, a few days later, a few weeks later, get bounces back. I literally almost always hated the outcome of what the song was, and I was like, I don't even like this song. How is anybody gonna ever sing this or cut this? And then that's when I started to realize that I wanted to kind of be more in control of the production of the songs. This has been like my main piano for like the last 12 years. And I remember with Driver's License, when I was recording the piano, at the time I was living here, this is my bedroom. And then I would go in the morning, and I had like the 4 mics set up for recording the piano. And for about a week straight, I would like go in every morning and like quietly like play the song and try to get the feel. And it's so hard on this piano to get the feel right, because it's a little clunky, you know, because it's 50 years old. And so when I was making Kaleidoscope with Chappell, we were trying to record it on this, and she just was like, we can't, it's like doesn't have enough expression to it. We went to like a Yamaha dealership and literally just like played like 40 different U3s, and just like until we found one that had like a lot of expression, and that's the piano that's in there now. Just like, yeah, it has like really good touch to it. After the success of Driver's License, I was thrown into a world that I never thought that I'd even be in, where I was like, oh my God, like all these like really A-list artists want to work with me. And I was like, oh, this is so different, because now they have all these preconceived notions of who I am and what I do. And I also have sort of preconceived notions of what they do. It took us 17 days before we made Driver's License in the studio. And it wasn't until we were like super comfortable, but like also we only have like 5 hours, and then one of us has a dinner, and then like how are we gonna make a song this good? Just because you think an artist is great doesn't mean that you should work with them, you know? I was told that early on. Didn't really believe it fully until I experienced like going through it and working with people that I thought were amazing artists that I wanted to work with, but then not having great results. And I think that's why artists like Olivia and I work so well together, is that because she's so lyrically driven, whereas I am all about the music and the melodies, and like if there's like a chart of like the things that are important for her to make the song good, there's probably like a bunch of checks that like don't matter as much to me, and vice versa. So then when we both like have our checklist out and we're checking off our own boxes, if we both really like it, then there's probably a good chance that like it's really good. Are we in church? I bought in probably 2012, 13, I bought an Apollo twin, and I had this little twin for a couple years. I think it probably wasn't until 2016 that I bought like my first rack mount, and now I have several of them, which is great. I keep on adding to it, you know? There's only so many 1176 I could put on before it actually tells me that I'm out of UAD power. I think I'm gonna add the third one in here. My goal is to make that room fully functional in terms of like the piano, the guitars, and the drums are all set up at once, and to make it so that basically at any moment I can just like go. It's crazy to me that people like pride themselves in like, oh, I did this, or this is how fast I can make a song. You're like, I always find it crazy when people are on the internet like, make a song in an hour, and you're like, well, clearly it won't be that good, you know? Like, you could write a good song in an hour for sure, and because writing songs is actually like is so expressive that sometimes the shorter period of time it takes to write it actually does mean it's better. But in terms of like making a great song, I feel like that's at least for me, it takes a long time to figure out what that is. Like when you look back at records, like all the best records that we all loved, that we loved growing up, you're talking about 10 songs or 12 songs that were made over 2 or 3 years. You're talking about like a ratio of like 3 good songs a year, you know, for a band. If I can make 4 good songs in a year, like 4 like really good songs in a year, that's all you need. Like really, like I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, that's what it really takes to like make, I think, music that's gonna last forever. You want your songs to be played 20, 30 years from now, you know, and like, and that takes time. And we all of a sudden got the sustain going up. When I first started, it was like a song was a song, and like it is what it was in terms of the production was part of the song, and you couldn't hear it any other way. And then I was able to start hearing songs as like multiple different ideas, and then trying to find the right, you know, as I call it, like the close, like for it became this really crazy, like fun dance to do. Sometimes like literally like one part of a song, it's like if you have like 20 seconds of a song that's great, you can make the rest of the song great. Because how hard is it to get like 20 seconds of a song that actually feels awesome? It's really fucking hard, you know? That's when like the nuances of production really come in, because sometimes you could take one of those songs, you're like, I know this is a great song. Now it's your job as a producer to like figure out that moment, like the hair on the neck standout, like how do we get to that spot? I'm always working towards that. I'm like, I hear one part of a song that's like, oh, that feels so good. Like, I don't care about anything else. Like, that part is amazing. We can workshop the rest of this. If it takes a year, fine. You know, like, but like, I know that part is the part that when I turn on for the first time, a listener turns on, they go like, whoa. They're singing for us.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say to the birds, Dan?
You could send any demos to my email address.
That was great.